by Joseph Rutz without having to even clear him, and he's in front of him. That's Marcus Vanderlee behind.
Yeah, Marcus here gave him that push. Benny Watson now going to try to push Marcus maybe in front of AJ. And no real help. And now they go 4 wide here as that help starts to come in the form of Happy Monroe.
We're going to introduce our aerial coverage here for the first time in duel number 2. It looks like they sort out that 4 wide there, but it looked like Joseph Rutz just had a bad entry into turn 1. He was stuck up high. He probably was not comfortable with that, but luckily he's got that figured out. And they're back 3 wide. But now they're getting back 4 wide once again.
Yeah, I think at the split second here, number 58 of Mathis Jordan thought about making it 5 wide, but thought way better of that here. They're still working the 4 wide as the battle for the lead between Marcus Vanderlee and Benny Watson continue.
Well, they are dead even up front, and that's basically, man, look at this. They are 4 wide, multiple areas throughout the pack there for a second. Up front, they were 2 by 2, and then you look further back, the rest of the field was 3 and 4 wide.
And Tyler Sage,
he started in the back, and he's moving up front now.
Tyler Sage stuck in the middle of all that here. I don't think that's really where he wanted to be. Nothing you can really do. Here comes Bob Myers on the inside with a big push here from Thomas Johnson, who is the only driver in this field that can not start first if he wins this duel. So right now, this is basically a locked win for the pole. So whoever wins this will probably be your pole sitter. Right now, though, Bob Myers trying to lead over Mitch Jones, and it's not going to last long as Mitch is going to use the inside advantage with Charlie Davenport pushing him.
As they head through turn 1 there, the unique kink of this racetrack, they're going to go forward once again. Ashlimmer up top, nearly in the fence.
Yeah, they almost got 5 wide there. The 85 of Joe Gustidas almost put Ashlimmer even basically into the fence. He had to let off a little bit and pull down low, but they got it worked out here. Smart driving by these drivers early on.
Ragbag was the outside starter of this race, starting P2, and he fell back at the start there because as we seem to see here, the outside lane overall, it's not as strong as the inside lane, and Ragbag definitely suffered that. He fell back, but as we look at him now, he's moving his way back up front. Maybe he'll have a move for the lead here soon.
Yeah, and right now it is Bragg who is the biggest mover right now. He is pushing Will Parrish to the lead, and Vince Carter behind Bragg. Vince, I think, is just going to stick with Bragg. He looked like he actually wanted to go with Will, but couldn't get up there in time. Here comes the 81 of Happy Monroe again. He was on the move early on in this duel, but got shuffled back pretty quick and already back up front in the top 5.
Ragbag trying to hold the field at bay here as they head to the line. Now it's under 10 to go.
Vince here now maybe going to look for help from Joseph Rutz and Bob Zien. Bob is actually pulling that inside line to the back bumper of Rutz. And actually the only other driver really pulling up there is actually going to be Jonathan Tibby, as now we have side-by-side for the lead once again.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Bob Zien and Jonathan Tibby. That's kind of their first time both rotating up front here. And we tend to see a lot of the field rotate up front throughout this duel here. Look at Derek Smith. That's going to make it 4 wide as they head off turn 4.
Yeah, quite aggressive racing there. Derek was almost in the fence a few laps ago and now is battling his way back up to the front as the top 2 have single-filed it out up front.
I can't imagine that's going to last for long, because Joseph Rutz is on the bumper of Vince Carter, and just like that, he will make that move down low. Vince Carter won't have any help at all to contend with it, and Joseph Rutz will go right by him for the moment.
Although it seemed a little bit aggressive a while ago here, honestly, it's back down to 3 and 2 wide racing. I don't know, though, how long that will last here, as we still got a handful of laps left in this duel.
Bob Zien will go down low, trying to lead his first laps of the duel, along with Jonathan Tibby trying to get in on this as well.
Yeah, and that inside lane got a big run down the back, and they have worked really well together. A lot of movers and shakers, no doubt. However, they have worked together well enough to get up to the front. Now, as they get into turn number one, they just basically just disband, and Bob Z is now going to have to play defensive, trying to hold this lead.
Man, just like that, over a course of 2 laps, you could see them form up 4 wide, and then it goes away again. Right now, we're seeing 4 wide once again. Antonio Dawson, the initial pole sitter of this event, started second in the time trials, and he's moving back up on the inside in the 52.
While that's all going on, here comes Jonathan Tibby with help from Derek Smith. He will go to the top, but Derek Smith might just leave him out there. Yes, he will. And now Rutt's looking on the outside, but no help with him there.
Here's Mathis Jordan. We saw him make it 4 wide about 2 laps ago, moving up on that inside lane, and it's paying dividends, and he will move right up there to second. That seemed rather quick. He is moving up fast. He seems to have one of the fast cars, but it's hard to tell who does have a fast car in an event like this because they just keep rotating all around the field.
Indeed, here in the top three, actually single file. And Jonathan Tibby does not want that to happen as he goes down low. He'll look for second. Here comes Bob Myers with some big time pushing help from, I do believe that's Gustitis. But Jonathan Tibby did not want to stay single file long, and he is going to go for the lead underneath Derek Smith.
That seems like a pretty lucky situation for Jonathan Tibby. Usually when you get past and shoveled up high from the cars down low, you usually end up rotating backwards, but he was able to get right back down low in less than a lap, and now he's back to the lead, but he's going to be under pressure once again. That's Mathis Jordan in the 58 looking for the lead in second, battling with Derek Smith.
Yeah, through 1 and 2 there, the number 11 of Bob Zian all out of shape. I don't know how he didn't lose more time than what he did. He's got it already recollected and everything, but way out of shape here through 1 and 2.
Lucas Sipka put the left tires on the paint there in 3 and 4, and he moves up a lot there. We can see those drivers, if they can make that work, and if they're confident enough in their race car to go down low like that out of nowhere, we saw it in duel number 1, they can make up big time positions in small amount of time. He's going to do it again. Look at Lucas Sipka on the move here.
Yeah, it was Alseni Boiro here who was the one that was the big mover and all that. Meanwhile, Bob Myers is actually taking the lead here while we've been focusing on the rest of the field, as we are 3 by 3 by, looks like 3, as it is also there 3 wide in the back.
3 lanes, 4 lanes for a second there, all behind Bob Myers here. It's hard to imagine he's going to be able to defend all of this because Marcus Vandelia will go right to the bottom of him just like that, and they are 4 wide behind him all throughout the field here. And as they battle for the lead, we go back to aerial coverage, but just like that, they sort that back out, and they're back 3 by 3 racing.
As quick as they get it wild, they get it back down calm. Marcus here to the lead. Here comes Thomas Johnson. Right now, Kurt Covers is his biggest fan.
Yeah.
Because if he could win this race or this duel, Kurt Cover is going to be your pole sitter.
But he's the only person that could make that happen here in duel number 2. If anyone else besides Johnson wins, as we've stressed before, they will be the pole sitter for the RRN 130, and that's got to be on everyone else's mind here as they come this time by. It'll be 2 to go.
Benny Watson now using the inside here. He gets some help from the number 36. That's Chris Mack. Haven't talked a lick of him in this duel. They're coming down 2 laps remaining. It's getting a little antsy up here now as Tyler Sage is starting to make some noise.
Yeah, Tyler Sage, now that you mentioned that, we have not seen him really rotate up to the lead here. Could he make it work here late in the race to get a good starting position, maybe even win the pole? We see him down low right there in the 66.
Tyler Sage here going to push Chris Mack right to the bumper of Benny, and now he's going to look low here. Actually, kind of nowhere for him to go as the 19 was on his outside. They're going to be 3 wide here for second here in a minute.
3 wide for the lead in a minute. Benny Watson up high, leaving the door open for not only Chris Mack, but Tyler Sage on the bottom. And what a run for Tyler Sage from that past lap. We saw him move all throughout the field, and he will lead the field to the white flag here in duel number 2, as they're actually 3 wide for the lead.
Yeah, 3 wide, 4 wide, almost pushing 5 wide. It's 3 by 3 by 4. My goodness, is the intensity picking up.
The intensity, the aggressiveness picks up here on the final lap of duel number 2. Everyone's racing for a pole as they head off turn 2. Mitch Jones back up front. Could he be in the right place at the right time? No, Will Parrish will go down low, and we are setting up for another crazy finish here as they head down the back.
Derek Smith wants to go with Parrish here. He's going to give him that push that he needs. Dawson's going to kind of move Ragbag out of the way, and he's going to give the bump to Derek Smith. Will it be enough, though, coming down the front stretch?
Will Parrish was clear off of turn 4, but now everyone's going to get a run on him. But does Will Parrish have enough of the length? It looks like he will, and he will win duel number 2 and win the pole for the RRN 130.
It was a close battle through the rest of this field, but Will Parrish able to hold on here using basically that middle, the low lane, as his advantage, and he will be your pole sitter for the RRN 130, and that is big time news for him. Derek Smith here, a late race charge, but not enough. Still gets third in the tower stage, fourth. And now Thomas Johnson still does improve quite a bit. He moves up to 5th.
Yeah, he's going to be happy about that. And there's going to be drivers that are ultimately going to be happy. They're going to improve their position by a lot, and some are going to lose their position by a lot. We will have the recap of the final starting lineup for the RRN 130 here shortly, but it's Will Parrish winning duel number 2, which gives him the pole here, and we will take a break and come back with our post-race. So as we take a look here at what will be the official starting lineup for the RRN 130, Will Parrish, as we just saw, wins the pole for his duel number 2 win, as he will beat out duel number 1 winner Kurt Cover for having the faster time from the initial time trials. As we take a look at the rest of the field here, a lot of drivers changing positions, some for the better and some for the worse. But we will see how this all plays out when we watch the RRN 130 back here at Armory Digital. And for everyone here at RRN, I'm Zack Tafelski, and we look forward to seeing you at the next race.